Hello everyone, welcome back to Sportsbook Review's coverage of Euro 2020. I'm your host Martin Green. Today we are previewing the semi-final showdown between Italy and Spain. Delighted to have Alex Classic Tips and Tancredi Palmeri alongside me to preview the action. Italy put in a terrific performance to beat Belgium 2-1 in the previous round. My both teams to score bet cashed in. Also had both teams to score in that Spain versus Switzerland game. It was a 3-3 thriller. We also gave out England to win to 0 and Denmark to beat the Czech Republic, both at plus money. So I hope you got your bets in. I hope you cashed out over the weekend. Hope you all had a great time watching those quarterfinals. We're going to start analysing this game in just a minute, but first, please, a little reminder to hit the like button, show a bit of love for Tancredi and Alex, and also notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and you will be notified when we're about to film about the final of Euro 2020, more soccer games, football, baseball, basketball, UFC, everything that we cover on SBR. And head on over to the site, sportsbookreview.com, to read the articles written by Alex and Tan about soccer, plus loads more content from a range of fantastic pro handicappers. So do head on over there after this show. But now we begin to talk about Italy versus Spain, which is going to be a terrific game. We've got Tan. He's in his Italy shirt. He's turned up for the occasion. And Tan, I believe you're actually in London for near the training camp in Barnet, is it, where Italy are training?
Yes, they are training at the Hive. You can check on Google Map. It's a stadium in North London next to Wembley, because Italy, unbelievably, chose to pick a hotel just in front of Wembley. And when I say just in front, I counted the steps from the front door until the, let's say, surrounding of Wembley, and it is about 50 steps. So I have talked with the Italian FA, and I said, but how are you going to go to the stadium tomorrow? Obviously, I knew the answer, but I wanted to be sure. Obviously, they said, basically, we are getting out of the hotel, getting on the bus is turning the engine on, putting first gear, second gear, we are going out. Only 15 seconds. But, you can't walk in the middle of fence while you are there.
The funny question is now, if Italy qualifies for the final and they will stay in the same hotel, if the English fans, if they will qualify too, they will not put a night of noise and with effects that will try to make the Italian team not to sleep before the final,
It's a good question, but I think they would change hotel, because they were in a different hotel for the round of 16. So I think they might change it, actually.
So you're following the squad, Tan. Have we got any team news? Are there any injury doubts? Who do we expect to start in this game? Who's going to play fullback? I guess Emerson's going to have to come in.
Exactly. Emerson Palmeri to come in, and the rest of the team is all confirmed. There was a doubt whether if
Florenzi?
Immobile. No. You mean Florenzi in place of Emerson Palmeri? But you see, in that case, Florenzi should adapt to the other position. It's fine about that, because he basically, except goalkeeper, he has played in every position. He has played as attacking winger, right and left. He has played as internal midfielder, right, left, and pivotal, and he has played both fullback positions. So basically, he hasn't played as a centre forward, but he has played as a false nine in the past for a few games. And he hasn't played as the two centre backs and as goalkeeper. Thing is that he was injured after the first half of the first game. He never found back the position, but the starting position, but because he was fit and back only 3 days before Belgium. So basically, it's not even a week since
for training.
But he would need, as not fully fit, to come back and be in a position that is not his. That would basically, first of all, would not be safe, and then would be destroy Emerson Palmieri confidence, because he would say, you prefer someone that is not in my position, that is not even fully fit, to adapt him instead of playing myself, that I should be the second choice as a left back.
And what about Immobile? Is Immobile going to be fully fit?
Yes, some would say unfortunately, because he had a really bad game against Belgium. It was an easy game for a centre forward, has to be said, because and it's never been so far, because always Italy faced teams that are closing behind, not leaving any space, and so for a centre forward like Immobile is more complicated. Also, is an not typical centre forward, because he likes to go in counter attacks in open space, not like Lukaku that can even like move the defense on the side when he's playing. But it's the same thing. Roberto Mancini thinks if I'm benching him, I'm gonna destroy his confidence. And also the game against Spain, which now we will analyze, maybe is giving him more options. So it is worth to believe at least the beginning. Let's say that if he will play the same kind of game again, or will do the same kind of mistakes, because to be honest, also against Austria is bad. He played bad, sorry. Possibly Belotti would be better to come up earlier, because he came in at 73 minutes against Belgium. If Immobile will play the same, let's say that by 55, 60 minutes would be already Belotti time. Belotti has been really hard on top when he went in. Against Austria, he came in, he was tackling, running, pressing, recovering. Obviously, it's different because you hadn't played the first 60, 70 minutes. So that makes sense. But at the same time,
Yeah, that's what you need. So thanks everyone on the chat. Great to see all our friends here. Lots of regulars and some newcomers too. People watching from Brazil, from South Africa, all over the globe. Everyone is buzzing about the Euros. And Alex, Italy have been fantastic, haven't they? Apart from the Austria game, I think they put in a very good performance against Belgium. And how impressed were you with their midfield against Belgium? Because I just thought Verratti was a beast, and Jorginho played well, and Barella was top quality. Can they get the better of Spain in midfield in this game?
This is what we talked. Remember, you asked us in last week who will win the middle, and we said that Italy will probably win the middle there. Yeah, they were brilliant. They were brilliant in the middle there, and I think that these two T-shirts will qualify for the final. You know, probably we will see the two of you again on Thursday or Friday when we are filming this again with the same face. Look at him exactly with the same face. He went with Belgium. Probably now he will go with Spain. You know. Who is saying on the chat, which I don't agree at all, Giorgio Migliaggio, probably some Italian roots there for him, is saying that Italy aren't making the final. Spain will be a handful for their defense. Italy's wings backs are so poor defensively. It's a question
without
here.
Spinazzola.
Yeah, without Spinazzola, that might be a problem. But let's not forget that Spain's how to say, center backs are not the best of the best, right? And like you said, Martin, or who said Stan about Immobile, I think that Immobile will have some good times in this match on his own. But let's face it that Spain still struggled. Imagine that they struggled against Switzerland, but still created the most goal attempts from the entire competition, are the team with the most opportunities from the entire competition, right? So they will probably dominate. Dominate. I think that it will be around 60-40 in terms of ball possession. But I think that Italy are very, very strong on the break. Very fast, very, very good pace. And I think that they will catch Spain on the break. I think that also Spain were a little bit lucky with Freuler red carded in that game. They played the entire extra time and 15 minutes of the second half with a man in plus, right?
Not only that, Alex, Embolo got injured after 19 minutes.
Exactly.
And Xhaka was suspended.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that very lucky with Spinazzola not being in the team. Spain will be very lucky without facing Spinazzola. But I think that Italy's confidence and morale right now, and I think, I don't know, Tan can tell us more, but how I can take what I can take from watching the TV, watching them playing, is that they act as a team. You know, they have each other there. They will be they are playing not for themselves. They're playing for the entire nation. This is what I'm seeing. You know, and this is what I like. Exactly like Switzerland did. Exactly like Denmark will do and did. And we'll talk about it on the second show. So I think that it will be a very very good semi-final. I think that the most exciting one between the two.
Oh yeah, and we've got a lot of confidence, to be honest, in Italy in the chat. I just want to read out from Libzu.
Nothing comparable with the English confidence, anyway. But anyway, go on.
Well, Libzu is going to bet my house and my wife on Italy to go through.
No, don't do that.
But do you like your wife? Are you a fan of your wife? Because we used to bet our mother-in-law on this show.
What?
It turned out that nobody particularly liked mother-in-law. So if you like your house, and Matt Cryer, thank you very much.
And Martin Green scores.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you, Matt, for saying smash the like button. Please do smash the like button. But Matt says this is an organs bet. He's gonna bet his organs on Italy to win, which that seems very.
If you have any liver, if you have any fresh liver for me after this weekend, please send it my way.
Yeah, send your liver to Alex, but make sure it's not an English liver, because everyone in England.
No.
Why this weekend, Alex? What happened this weekend?
Oh, I celebrated my birthday with 1 week after. You know, last week I had with the family and very close friends, and this time we went out on a villa with a swimming pool, and 3 days it was full of
oh my
fun.
God.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have mainly talked about Italy, which is understandable because they've been very exciting. Tan's with the Italy team on the road. But let's mention Spain, because I mean, they had a record-breaking 86% of the possession against Sweden, still couldn't score. Pretty drab performance against Poland, still couldn't score. But they've kind of exploded to life since Busquets came back into the team. They only need 2 more goals to equal the record for the most goals scored in a Euros in history.
Nice start.
That would be equaling that the France team with Platini many years ago. And they have been, you know, terrific going forwards recently, but unconvincing, like we said, against Switzerland. What do you think their approach is going to be in this game? Are they going to try to dominate possession? Do we have an inkling as to who might start? I know we're pretty sure who's going to start in midfield, but who do we think the front 3 are going to be?
Who's going to start, me or Alex? Can I go?
Go.
Okay. So, first of all, nice start, although must be reminded that France did it in 5 games and they already played 5 games.
Straight semi-finals.
Exactly. And France did it in semi-final and final that are more difficult than round of 16 and quarters. Basically, Platini scored 9 goals in that edition. 9 goals in 5 games was unbelievable. Sarabia apparently won't make it on time for be a starting 11. So
that is a huge blow. That's a huge blow from them in front.
Although there is some mind games, because they say no, it's still possible that he could recover. And actually, I was talking today with the vice director of Mundo Deportivo, and he told me that if Sarabia make it on time, Luis Enrique might think. I was very surprised to hear this, but I step back if he's saying this. Luis Enrique might think about playing Sarabia behind the 2 forwards, behind Moreno and Morata, behind 2 forwards. So not 4-3-3, but 4-3-1-2, and not Ferran Torres as a winger and Sarabia on the other side and Morata in the middle, but Sarabia between the two. Now,
you would need a lot of width from Azpilicueta and
Alba.
They'd have to pop up and down.
He said that the other change that he's considering, Luis Enrique, not sure, but considering, is to move Azpilicueta as a centre-back in place of Laporte and put in Marcos Llorente as right-back.
Yeah,
this is what he told me, which would be anyway very interesting. If we look over, this is let's say that are the things on which he's tinkering Luis Enrique, and it's up to whether if Sarabia will be fit, while Thiago Alcantara should anyway sit on the bench, which again, if you think about, is one of the top 3 midfielder in the world, and he's sitting on the bench because he's not fitting the 4-3-3. But anyway, if we look overall, the great thing of this game is that it's 2 teams on the middle. So Spain is exactly being proactive, offensive, and sticking to this vision and philosophy exactly as Italy and as Mancini wants from his Italy. Luis Enrique is never giving up on his beliefs. Never.
On his Morata.
On Morata, yeah, but that is part of the package because he's saying, I believe in the guy, so I go with that. And he was right because Morata,
I think that in the last 2 matches, I think that he was one of the most important, even if he didn't score as many goals as we expected him to score. I think that the way that he was gaining balls, coming back, helping a little bit in the middle, going left and right, he ran a lot. If you see a little bit Morata stats, he was crazy after all the drama with people giving him a hard time on social media, you know?
Yeah, totally. It was and that thing can change a tournament. Tournament because everybody sees that Luis Enrique is sticking to his beliefs, is supporting the players, is not dropping them in difficulties. With Unai Simon, the goalkeeper, it happened the same. So watch out. Let's be very, very careful. Very, very careful.
Indeed.
I was watching a little bit. I was doing some homework for the Olympics football. We're starting in 17 days from now, and I was watching the Spanish team. I thought that you were talking to us, and you are muted.
No. I wasn't talking. Tell me.
So imagine that Dani Olmo, Pedri, Oyarzabal are going also in the Olympics after this Euro. The 3 of them in the squad.
Especially Pedri. Pedri is starting and is the key of Spain build-up. It's unbelievable. But, he's young. When I was young, I was partying endlessly in Erasmus and sleeping for 9 months. No, this is unbelievable. Whatever time I was going to sleep in Portugal when I was doing Erasmus between 6 and 8 a.m. every morning, whatever would happen, I would just wake up at midday. I think that for 9 months, I slept
straight
4 hours per 4 hours per night for 9 months, and I was fresh. So Pedri is in his football Erasmus, so I think he can do whatever he wants.
So Alex, Italy played with a great deal of intensity for the first 2 group stage games. Blew Turkey away, blew Switzerland away, put out a reserve team against Wales, still won. Everyone expected them to be really fresh for the Austria game, and they didn't quite come flying out of the traps. It was a bit of a stilted performance, but then they really displayed that intensity again when they played against Belgium. Do you expect to see that level of intensity when they come out onto the pitch against Spain, or do you think fatigue's going to be creeping in on some of these players now?
Fatigue is from both teams. You cannot put that.
Spain play at a slower pace, don't they? They control the ball, they pass it left, they pass it right. Italy are more about hard pressing. Do you think they're going to be able to press with the same level of desire?
When you play in the semi-final of Euro, no matter what, you are going all in. You're playing with your heart, and most of all with that adrenaline that is pumping. Yes, you are totally right saying that Spain is keeping a slow pace, and they are dominating games with a lot of passes, controlling like that and not running as much as their opponents. because the ball is running for them, you know, not the man. On the other side, yes, Italy are playing with their heart, but they are amazing players, you know. So yeah, they had a bad match. Let's say let's put it this way: they had a bad match against Austria, but they still won it in extra time. So without conceding a goal in 90 minutes. But also they conceded a goal in the last two matches. It was normal to concede against Belgium, and that one came from a penalty. So you know, it was not from open play, you know. But on the other side, as I said, Spain are creating a lot. Italy will have big problems at the back. So I'm expecting both teams to score. I think that this game can go either way. I think that it can go also with Spain to win it. I think that also Italy can win it. I think that you can put it that it might end into a draw in 90 minutes and go in extra time and penalties. And their opponents from the final will be very happy, you know, if it happens this.
Just say England. Don't say the opponents for the final. Just say
no.
Let's not fool ourselves.
Saying their opponents from the finals.
Let's not fool ourselves. England just is already lifting the cup.
So I think that the best play is to play on the goals market, because as I said, this game can go either way. So I loved the take from Patrick in the chat saying goal in both halves, at least one goal in both halves, which is brilliant at plus 100, 2.0. But I love both teams to score, you know. You don't know how it will be the first half. I think that the match will open up mostly in the second half. Yes, I'm expecting, I love that bet, goal in both halves. But I'm feeling more confident in both teams to score at minus 110, 1.91.
Yeah, I love it as well.
Plus 105, I don't know how much it is.
Plus 105 on it, so I've boosted your odds to that. Yeah, I think Italy don't concede too many goals. They've got obviously two of the best centre-backs in the world, but perhaps lacking a bit of mobility now at their age. And Spain do have some quick, pacey forwards to bring on in the second half. I know they're pretty good down the flanks, the Italian fullbacks, but I still think that Spain can get on the score sheet in this one. I also expect Italy to score.
Oh, yeah.
I think both teams to score looks like a really attractive bet. Like you said, this is the semi-finals. Both teams are going to go for it. You don't want to leave anything out there on the pitch, so they're going to be really, really trying. I'm expecting an intense game with lots of energy, and yeah, hopefully a few goals with a bit of entertainment factor. On that note, Esteban, could you please bring up the picks? I'll read them out, and we can explain our reasoning behind them. So, Alex is going both teams to score at plus 105. Tancredi's going for the draw in 90 minutes at plus 225. And I'm sticking with Alex. I'm also going for both teams to score at plus 105.
I wasn't expecting Tan to go with Italy. He will never, even if they play Denmark in the final, he will not go with Italy.
I honestly was surprised that we got rid of Belgium. And in the way they did,
I told you. Let me be confident on that. You know, you said no. It's not.
You know, it's not that I wasn't confident on Italy. I was expecting much more from Belgium, to be honest. This time, I think it's
32 games, Stan. 32 games.
Yeah, okay, 32 games. But now this Belgium and Spain and are the most difficult. I don't know if there will be a next one. And we lost Spinazzola, and losing Spinazzola is very, very important. Spinazzola was key for the offensive build-up. And also, I'm concerned because Chiellini will play only 3 days after that game. That was very tiring. Doesn't matter. It was much more tiring, Italy-Belgium for Italy, than Spain-Switzerland for Spain. Spain...
But how many times have we seen Bonucci and Chiellini just absolutely dominate a semi-final for Juventus over the years? They'll put their bodies on the line.
Twice.
And then they'll get to the final. And then
2015 and 2017.
They'll be too tired. They'll be too tired by the time they get to the final.
Yeah, but there is a difference. Age is catching up. And again, it's only 3 days after having played against Belgium. 4 days.
Yeah.
So
true.
That is concerning me because Spain will stretch Italy a lot. So I'm very, very, very concerned about the tenure of Chiellini until the end of the game.
The problem with losing Spinazzola, the difference between Spinazzola and Emerson Palmieri or also Florenzi, if he's playing there, Spinazzola could even deliver an assist from 40, 50 meters, you know. He's brilliant on long passes. He's very good there. So I think that is the extra quality that he had from the other two. Because I still think that Emerson or Florenzi will put their... At the end of the day, everybody will give their best, you know.
Yeah, indeed. Of course they will. I mean, we're going to have to wrap this up in a minute because in 4 minutes' time, we're going to start filming about England versus Denmark. But really quickly, Tan, what do the next couple of days look like for you? Are you going to be following fans around? Are we going to have more of your footage of fans in the street?
You are going to have more of my footage. I'm going to follow everything. I don't only follow fans, but of course, I can't send you things from inside the stadium. Well, some few things I will send from inside. Couple. Otherwise, they fine us. Yeah, I'm gonna be sucked in Wembley for 2 days, and but you know, I start to feel the tension that is growing up now. Mamma mia!
Tension.
Because see, well, my day is getting in and out from live shows. So my mind is just too taken. And now that I'm reasoning about the game, now the tension is starting to build up.
All right. We'll put an end to the tension now. We'll draw a line under this game. You've got our picks. You know what we're going for. Best of luck. May all your bets be winners. And we'll see you in 3 minutes' time to talk about England versus Denmark. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Tan. See you guys soon.
Thank you.
Ciao. Forza Italia.